Good evening, everyone. Your first forecast is brought to you by Store It at Home rent-to-own portable buildings. There were a few scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region. We could see a little bit more tomorrow, especially because the humidity will be returning, steamy air coming back as high pressure starts to move to the east. Here's a look at your forecast for tomorrow. Temperatures around 73 degrees at 7 o'clock, mostly clear. We're going to see plenty of sunshine, which of course bump those temperatures up a little bit. 94 degrees for our high, and then we drop back down to around 91 by 5 o'clock. There could be a stray afternoon thunderstorm or two, but better chances of rain this weekend. We'll have details on that on ABC 31 News.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Governor John Bel Edwards is making his way around Cenla with announcements to help improve education. After traveling to Monroe yesterday for a groundbreaking at the Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine, he headed to Natchitoches. He paid a visit to the Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts in Natchitoches on the campus of Northwestern State University. Students gathered in the school's auditorium to greet the governor and were treated to a surprise announcement, an investment in an important part of student life.
Each of you have chosen to take an adventure in education, in K-12 education, and to come right here to Natchitoches and do that on the campus of a beautiful Northwestern State University. And that it's important that you do that. But this is a residential setting for you all, and it's important that you have a home here. We have secured, and I have committed, the funding necessary to build a new dormitory.
The proposed 110,000 square foot facility, located adjacent to the campus and behind the Eugene P. Watson Memorial Library and the Center for Performance and Technology, will have 4 stories and 3 towers. 10 sections will each include a common room, a kitchen, several 2-bedroom resident suites, a laundry room, and a study lounge. And Governor Edwards will also spend most of tomorrow in our area. He'll keynote a Klax-sponsored lunch in Pineville. In the afternoon, he'll address the Women in Business Conference in Alexandria and later meet with other business leaders at the Central Louisiana Chamber of Commerce. Beloved coach Billy Allgood has died. He was a legend at Louisiana College and was inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame in 1999. One sports writer said he coached basketball, baseball, and football, and was also the trainer, janitor, bus driver, and handyman. He literally built the baseball field that bears his name. Services are pending. Allgood was 86. Mayoral candidates Jeff Hall, Kay Miguels, and Catherine Davidson went head-to-head last night at their first mayoral debate. The debate was coordinated by the Young Professionals Group of Cenla and presented by Cenla Broadcasting. Candidates got a chance to say why they are the most qualified to be mayor. Residents also had the chance to get to know the candidates and hear their views on different local issues. We asked the candidates about what they would bring to the job.
Oh, my greatest asset is my ability to bring people together and gain consensus. I'm a great consensus builder, and that's what we need to bring our regional partners together and our local partners and get Alexandria growing.
My greatest asset for voters is that I believe in inclusion and I can bring everyone to the table.
The asset for voters as the individual that's going to serve as the chief executive officer representing the executive branch of government is the leadership ability, the ability to lead, the ability to understand projects, the ability to hire good people, great people to do jobs that are very complicated. And I think above all is that my accessibility.
All 3 local media panelists did get to question those candidates, including our own, ABC 31's Bab Zimmerman. The election will be held on November 6th. Very early this morning in Alexandria, a man was killed in a 2-vehicle crash. The name of that victim has not yet been released. However, he is described as a 37-year-old man who recently moved to Alexandria from Natchitoches and was originally from the Madisonville area in South Louisiana. Alexandria police say it happened around 12:30 this morning on Interstate 49 near Air Base Road. A woman who spent her entire career in the DA's office in Rapides Parish as an accountant is now ordered to repay almost $800,000 she took from them over the decades. Marguerite Hilton Beard pled guilty to theft and received a 5-year sentence to run concurrently with the one she recently received in federal court. The federal judge also ordered her to repay hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen from the DA's office through programs administered by the federal government. The Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office hosted a training session today in reference to Act 367 that was passed by the legislature. When someone is served, the Louisiana Protective Order Registry is notified, and an entry of that order is entered into the national database. If that person attempts to purchase a firearm, the National Instant Check System is notified, and that purchase is denied. Law enforcement must also ensure that those under an order must divest or relinquish their firearms to another party or to the agency from whom that order is served.
There's a new law that goes into effect in Louisiana on October the 1st that's going to affect all the sheriffs and the jobs and the responsibilities that we have as it pertains to domestic violence. And it's a ton of new information that we're learning about, and it's got to do with taking and storing people's guns that have a restraining order that's been issued against them for domestic violence issues. We can keep it, the sheriffs in Louisiana can keep it, or there can be a third party that can keep the firearms until the restraining order ends. Now, when the restraining order ends, they're allowed to get the guns returned to them.
That training was conducted by the Jefferson Parish District Attorney's Office and the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. Attending agencies were given an example and outline of the program that has been implemented in Lafourche Parish for some time now. That program target date is October 1st, with full enforcement starting in January of next year. The 8th Annual Youth Summit on Healthy Behaviors drew more than 600 students and teachers from 7 area middle and high schools this morning. ABC 31's Char Thomas has the story.
Students throughout Cenla woke up bright and early to ditch school for a healthy change. Over 600 middle and high schoolers packed out the Riverfront Center for the 8th Annual Youth Summit on Health Behaviors. 8 years ago, the summit started out as a tobacco summit, but over time grew into much more.
The number of schools that participate in our grant has grown. Therefore, the number of students that are able to participate has also grown.
Tracy Snow of the Rapides Foundation says she thinks this year's summit is the biggest yet. This year, 8th grader William DeVille participated in the summit for the first time, walking away with a wealth of knowledge to pass on to his peers. DeVille even left us with this message.
The vaping and smoking, I want to advise them to stop this because before they know it, if you're an athlete, without having healthy lungs, you will have trouble breathing through sports.
The goal of the Youth Summit project is to prevent and reduce teen drug and alcohol use across central Louisiana through providing education, encouraging positive behaviors, so that students can promote healthy behavior throughout their communities. Char Thomas, ABC 31 News.
A regional magazine lists Natchitoches as a hot destination for conventions. The accolade is in Convention South Magazine's November issue, which will feature the top 10 cities. A Perfect Fit Foundation has an annual breakfast fundraiser coming up this month at St. James Episcopal Church.
A Perfect Fit Foundation was founded in 2006 in honor of my grandfather. He was a shoe salesman here in central Louisiana for over 50 years. And when he died, Barbara Brister, who was the executive director of the YWCA at the time, suggested that we found a fund to provide uniform-approved, well-fitted shoes to school children in Rapides Parish. And so that's what we've done. Every year we have a pancake fundraiser hosted at St. James Episcopal Church on Murray Street, right across from APD. And we provide short stack of pancakes, breakfast sausage, breakfast drink, and a piece of fruit for $7. Orders of 10 or more are free delivery in Alexandria, Pineville, courtesy of our title sponsor, La Capital Federal Credit Union.
That fundraiser is tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Farmers markets in central Louisiana will get a boost from a federal grant of almost $300,000.